morning. How are you? Yes, it's 6 o'clock. That could have been anything that come out there.
Yes.
Anything. It's 6 o'clock. We are live across the nation is what we are. Actually, around the world is where we're live from. And we are already busy. I know, shopping telly, cliche words. Of course you're going to say it's busy. We genuinely are. I'm even rolling my sleeves up and getting into this. For the sheer facts, we are talking I think in this event, some of the biggest savings I have seen. These are ridiculous. £17 off is what you're getting. So you're getting £17 saving, and you can choose any 3 of the large grunge stamps. So if you're just building up your collection, maybe you've missed some when they were last here, you can choose any 3 for £12.98. Now, this should be £9.99 each. In theory, you should be saying 30 quid, which is the CV just here. So in theory, you're getting one and a sort of a half-ish of a stamp for absolutely nothing. The value for money in this is phenomenal. I'm also going to tell you as well, shop ahead of me, because I've also got the little ones on a pick and mix as well. So I've also got the little ones on a pick and mix. I've got stencils on a pick and mix, and we're all got big, big savings. Now, I feel this show is going to be fun. And why? Because I've not worked with this next lady for a very, very long time. It feels like ages I've not worked with her. So let's introduce the lady herself. She's here for the next 24 hours. If you've got any questions, any queries, maybe a little problem that you want to put through. It doesn't have to be craft related. No, anything. It's Christmas. You can give good advice. It's the one and only Lou Withers, everyone. Woo! Yeah!
Oh.
Yes, careful now, careful.
Careful. Well, I can't get up again now.
Don't peek
Go
too
straight
soon.
to your head when you get older, that stuff. Like that, whack. Anyway, yeah. Bye. But I've seen that. That's crazy. That's craziness prices. So for one, you can get 3.
Yeah, really.
And if you're buying one, you could get the other 2 and give them out or whatever you want. That's, to me, I'd buy it. Do you know what? I'd buy that even if I already had one stamp, because I'd still be getting the 2 for 12 quid and with one that I've already got.
Well, that's the thing, and I've just worked out. So there's 3, 6, there's 7 to choose from. You could get 6 of them if you've already got one. There should be 8. We'll flick through a website in a minute to find out the one we're missing on. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 7 here. There should be 8. So we are missing one. So I'm going to find that one as we go through the next 57 minutes and show you what it is. So you've got the lights. You light up my life. We've got that one on this, this is beautiful. Let me see. This is Let Your Light Shine. Oh, the Katrina and the Wave classic song.
These are not thingy ones either, dodgy ones. These are bestsellers. And I always say that to you.
I love it. Look at that. Now, obviously, it would go that way. But you could have it either way. You could have, well, they would dangle down, wouldn't they? We like it to dangle. £12.98. That is you light. Let the light shine. Then you've got your peony with your circles. Like this, it's sort of 2 in 1. Because you could get rid of that and just use the circles, or you could just use the peony on its own. Like that. Let me show you the picture on the side. There you go. Look, so that's what it looks like stamped out. Beautiful. You'll never guess. Never. What? 3 minutes past? Have a guess, Lou. How much has already gone?
10%.
20%.
Go. I'm telling you, for that price, 3 for 12 quid, you'd be like, having a laugh. A laugh.
A laugh.
Oh, having a bath. I hope that one you haven't got there's a feather, because the one I've been prepping is a feather, and I'm gutted because I like that. Anyway.
We'll have a look. So we've got the peony. Up next, we've got Inspire.
This is nice. And
Create is what we've got on this one. So this is your Inspire and Create. Once again, beautiful, beautiful little one that we've got here. Once again, I just like the words that you've got on there. As we move to the bottom, then we've got your...
Butterflies.
Water lilies.
Oh, water lilies, sorry.
Is it water lilies? Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, they are water lilies, you're right, yeah. And do you know what? Sure.
So this is magnolia we're looking at now. So water lilies is on the website, we've now just realised. So water lilies are, so that's that one.
Thank goodness for that.
So it would be, I've got a finished sample of it. So that's water lilies.
You know?
Okay, so that's one of Lou's that she's coloured in, but that is what water lilies look like. So you can buy, I have got it on the website, I just haven't got the stamp of it here. They're just so busy. I just can't get them. Magnolia, though. Wow, hose me down, call me Brenda at Christmas. A third of the stock of Magnolia has already gone.
Look at this next one.
This next one, Lou likes this one.
Do.
Lupine, these are your lupins.
Look at, turn it over and just see it back, because he's got great ideas on back.
Oh, not yet, hang on, I've been told to, oh, hang on. I forgot. We're getting busy, not when he's looking at it. Don't touch it when he's looking at it.
No.
Now spin it, look at that.
See, and you can use bits of it if you want, background, watercolours. Oh. See,
I like
these aren't like, oh, that's the one no
one
wants.
See, to me, these aren't grunge.
No, but we put them into that category because they've got like the background collage look.
There's so much more that you can do with it. I've seen things like bookmarks in these. I'm seeing dividers for pages, because if you like the snippability, you could stamp them on the corner of a page and then cut around it so your page would mould. This is your butterflies that you're looking at now. She's the perfect example of Grace, because she's a butterfly. I thought that said something else then. With bullet holes on her wings that never regretted learning to fly.
That's that's deep.
That is deep, isn't it? That's very deep.
That's deep,
so that is your butterflies, and then fish. Well, they are actually koi, but they are.
Yep.
We're calling it fish.
I actually did the sample right for this, but it's not finished. It's just titivating it. Needs a bit of titivating.
Well, they look like koi, but they also look like angelfish.
Yeah, they look like goldfish, like fancy ones. It's a bit of a hybrid, isn't it?
Look at that, and that's not finished.
No, it's not finished yet. I just wanted to show you that you could just do a simple sort of A5 card with that, A6 card.
I think that is the first unfinished sample that I've ever shown on the telly. Well, normally we show finished samples.
I know, but the thing is, sometimes, like, half of them have done them, but I'm going to work on them, and sometimes it's, like, nice to see that, how it progresses. I mean, Karen's work is lovely.
That's nice, but I can't work out which stamp this is from. It's from none of them. £12 and 98 pence, but it looks pretty. £12 and 98. It might be one of the smaller ones, I feel. We'll have a look as we go through. As you can say, we were ridiculously busy for this show. We pleaded, can we have a show, a massive sale show, and that's what we have got. £12 and 98 pence to choose any three. 158268 is your item number. There's a lot of you. We're sitting on a lot of these in your baskets. Remember, they're not yours until you check them out, okay? Now, obviously, if you want to go for these and you're going to go for the smaller ones, and that's what you're waiting for, you're like, I wish that boy would move on, just so I can check out the baskets. We will. Press on. Let's press on and press down. This time, we're going slightly smaller. You can pick any three once again on this one for £9.98, Lou. Any three.
£3.33 each, isn't it? No, well.
It is. Really. So what's that? So we could have three.
Some of these stamps, you wouldn't be surprised at a tenner for one. Never mind a tenner for free.
Well, I could have,
sorry, not free.
For 30 quid, right, here we go, look, you get 9 of them for £30. Well, just under £30, I think. It's £9.98 that you're getting there. But then, if you've not already used your fiver, you could use your fiver on that as well, because I've got acrylic blocks on the show.
Wow. So
throw in an acrylic block, you can then split the cost. You got 30 quid, spend your £5. And as you are over 30 quid as well, you can also use PayPal and split it onto 3.
You're not going to date with these either. You know, I know some of them might be slightly Christmas, but it all just depends on colours you use and everything. But you could always gift them as good as presents for next year, because they don't date.
No, that's the thing. I would buy like 2 sets of these. If my budget was for £9.98, I'd be buying 2 sets.
Yeah.
And I'd be keeping a set for like later on in the year to give to someone. The first set is the ballerina that we are looking at now. I am going to spin these around because some of them are beautifully pictured on the back, so you can see them. So that is your ballerina. Look at that.
All the work's done for you because it's collaged. You know, just bang a little bit of colour on. That's why the grunge is so nice. You can make it more as you know, advanced as you want, or as simple as you want. Or as simple as you want.
I love that idea. Just going the little bit of colour that you've got in there. Next one is your hibiscus.
Love this.
Already 50% of the stock has already gone of your hibiscus. What 70% of the hibiscus now, it's now limited stock. We are now limited stock on your hibiscus. If you want the hibiscus,
Love
it
that.
is limited stock. Oh my word.
Great for 3D, great for collage, and it's a great way of adding, you can make a full page out of that easily. Oh, that's the one I have got. Right, okay.
Can't use it now,
I
though. I've
think
been
it
told
might
you
be
cannot,
like this.
cannot use it, actually.
If people would like to see some stamped out, please ask.
Yeah, stamp out. We'll do it. Oh, what's going on there? I don't really know what I've done. Up next, though, love mail. Love mail. Oh, okay. Oh, because it's mail and stamps. I'm with you now. Oh, here we go. This is your love mail. I'm going to spin this around so you can see it on the back, because this is like the love train. Look at this.
That's really nice, that.
That's quite masculine.
Yep.
Which I like.
And it's great for travel journals and Midoras.
Yes.
Because you can put that, and if you do that a few times on a piece of, say, Japanese paper, you start to look like a great, you know, washy background. Beautiful. Beautiful.
With a little stamp and love air mail into
You could
there.
even get your, you know, the wax seals.
And do a proper seal.
Proper one in it, yeah.
That would be
nice, wouldn't
cute.
it? Or a band, a belly band around a card or something. It'd be lovely, that.
I like that. That would look nice if you're a stamp collector as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because you could
on
put
the
real
edge of your
stamps all the way
page.
around,
Yeah,
edges of the
absolutely.
pages and stuff would be absolutely beautiful. Then slightly, well, it does say it's Christmas. So like you've got Oh Holy Night in there, but it could just be a Victorian singer that you've got.
You don't. Sometimes though, you look at that. If you cut off that Holy Night, it could be, you know, like you say, a period piece, period. You know,
It does say Oh Holy Night in the words though of the actual song underneath it. But you could cut out the ladies. You could cut out a few of them, give them colours. That's a quite.
Absolutely. You could change. I tell you what, you could change background and put something like Sex Pistols in it in background or something like that.
You could.
And then she'd certainly look different then, wouldn't she?
I like that.
No, do you know what? I mean, I'm joking, but you could cut her out and have her, but have her in a different background. You don't have to stick to that background.
You could have real music behind there, like your music paper, like music sheets,
That's
and
what
put
I meant,
on all that sort of music, like your favourite music that you've got there.
Yeah.
Shrink plastic, make it slightly smaller, and do them like little not cherubs.
It'd be great for someone who
charms and things.
sings, wouldn't it? It'd be great for someone who sings, like in a choir and stuff.
I think it's really cute. I like
do,
this next
actually.
one. This next one would make a cracking little tattoo. Twinkle Twinkle. Not that I have any that you've got there, but look at that.
And you don't need to put the Twinkle Twinkle bit on, because if you mask that off, you could just cut out the stars as they are and infill that little bit.
I like that.
I do, I really like that. I like that because it's simple.
I like this star at the bottom. I like the big star at the bottom. I really do think that is absolutely beautiful. Then we're going to the birds. The birds.
Now,
the
I
birds.
really like this. This is lovely. And I nearly started on this last night, but I didn't. I started on the feather instead. Oh, you silly woman. But
Love
this is
that.
really nice because if you look, it's quite regal, the bottom one, because it's got that flower shape round it. It looks almost like...
It looks like two calling birds
Yeah.
from the 12 Days of Christmas.
Could be.
Two calling birds.
But I
Like
think
it.
that looks quite regal.
Just so you know, it is coming from the Netherlands, and obviously we're getting slightly close to the big day. You know the one, the big day, the Christmas. So everything will be dispatched to you from the 10th of January, okay? So it's a New Year's gift to yourself, but it's coming from the Netherlands, and obviously the post starts slowing down now for a little bit. So it will get to you from the 10th of January. They're going to be extended delivery from, but good things are worth waiting for. From there, we move on to the holly.
This is nice.
Mistletoe.
And you know, they're not that small, because you look at them on there, that's not the actual size, they're that size. Because if I put that
Yeah,
on
they're
there,
huge.
Twinkle Twinkle, it fits top to bottom.
On the acrylic block.
So you look at that, it's not actual size. The actual size is this.
I can show you that acrylic
block.
block because we haven't got a camera with you at the moment.
All
Lou.
right, yep.
So there's the acrylic block that it will fit onto.
And it fits top to bottom on it. So don't think they're that small because they're not actual. Well, you can see the next one. You were looking at the stamp, aren't you? So a lot bigger than what they look.
So that is mistletoe, but I see holly.
Anything there, anything.
That is holly, but we've called it mistletoe because obviously, I don't know why.
You change the colours of that.
You can change the
People
colour.
don't
If you
look at
colour
the
it in white, you
points.
can have white berries, I suppose.
It could look like, yeah, it could. You could do, couldn't you?
I've been told to move on. Let's play music. It's what my producer's like now. Just move on. Leave the holly alone. Let's play music because this one's nice with a nice summer vibe to this. Nice
Absolutely.
summer card. I'm thinking summer parties. Even the top bit I like.
Just a little bit of stamping behind it, like music stamping or on music paper. Great, absolutely. This is Again, not Christmas.
No, this is not Christmas.
I
This
like
could be
the
any...
collage on it as well because it's open-ended, so you can add your own collage with it, your own words, anything you
You
want.
can make it bigger or smaller as well.
Absolutely.
98, any three. Right then, I've been told resist the urge to sing, Glue. Here we go. Colours of the Wind is up next.
Not saying that.
Love this. Have you ever seen a maple? Or the howling moon? Love it. Or ask the little deer where he lives. Then you can sing with all the mountains and the heroes. You can paint with all the colour.
I don't know that song, so you just...
Don't you know that it's from...
All right. Well, is it... Well, I don't know it.
It's from Pocahontas.
I don't... You see, yeah, unless I'm really wanting to watch Pocahontas, it's not something that I'd click on.
She's a real person. It's about from history.
I know that, but this is the film, innit? She don't sing
Well,
that.
we can't talk about the film. So, you want to hear him in my ear. Don't talk about the film. This is your Pocahontas that you've got there. This is your Colours of the Wind. That's what I'd be called if I was going to be called a Pocahontas.
Yes, you would.
Pocahontas.
I agree.
Last but no means least.
I like this one.
Floral. Oh, that's that one, look. That's
Yes.
that. Oh, there we go.
And I like the fact that how Karen's made that very, very different.
I like it. £9.98, 513031 is your item number. Give me a call. 0330 175 552 is the number to get me on. The call centre, very busy already. There is loads of them dotted around the UK as we speak. So I think it's one man in a mobile sitting in a car park in Tesco. Just, can I take your order? Jotting it on the back of a receipt. That's what I have in my head.
That'd be me, innit?
From here, just some man getting his groceries. Can I help you? From there, here we go. Any 4 stencils for $9.99.
These are whopper doopers. They are brilliant ones.
Whopper doopers.
Whopper doopers. They are super duper whopper doopers.
Oh, did the Big Bopper sing that?
Absolutely.
You used to love the Big Bop.
Bebops. Yes.
But in some of them you're getting like 4. So there's like 1, 2, 3. There's 4 stencils in that one. Some of them you're getting repeated patterns. You're getting snowflakes or flowers or mandalas that you want to see in these. Choose any 4 for $9.99. Oh, they've got names. I love a name. So the first one is your grunge circles that we're looking at now. So that is your sort of grunge circles. So I like these circles, like the stained coffee cup idea that you've got there. And then you've got your grunge circles along the top. From your grunge circles, you've got your grungy garden. I like the side of this.
Well, every one of these goes with the stamps.
Oh.
That's what they're meant for because you've got a collage element that you can use with the stamps.
Oh, okay, I get this idea now. So it will work with the stamps that I've just shown you.
Yeah.
Then from after that, grunge airmail.
That works with that works with the looping, that one.
So that works with the stamp. Oh, I see.
You see the looping in the background? It's got that.
From there, swirl. That's your swirl.
That's brilliant. There's 3 in that.
Oh, there is lots. So you've got one here, and then you've got the outer edge as well, and you've got a bit of difference at the top.
Exactly.
Like these. Snowflakes up next. They'd be nice. Do you know what? They would look beautiful if you put them on a door and sprayed fake snow through them on a window.
And you change the colours. You could put oranges and yellows. They don't look like snowflakes. It's amazing.
Especially them big ones. They don't look like snowflakes at all that you've got there. Up next.
Favourite. This is stunning. Look at that. This is like a Art Nouveau style, William Morris style. Really beautiful.
I love this. This is your ornamental that you're going here.
Absolutely stunning, that.
You're all going mental for the Oriental. From there, ornamental. I didn't know. I thought about it. I thought I'm going to get this wrong. I was going to say chicken oriental. I thought, I can't say that. This was doodles. This is so you, Lou.
It is.
This is so you're moodling.
Absolutely. Something for everyone, but if you want to put that in the background and make your own noodles, cool.
I like that. News just in, breaking news. Circles, limited.
Don't surprise
Circles are limited stock. £9.99. Do you know what you need to do? Jump to the website or tap the app. We are ridiculously busy. We've got acrylic blocks on the show, which I've never seen Studio Light do before. I've got dies on the show. You love the dies, don't you, Lou?
Brilliant. Envelope makers, absolutely brilliant.
You've got ticket making $9.99 for any 3 of your Studio Light Essential mediums as well. So you've got your decoupage gloss in there, you've got your decoupage matte in there, you've got your stencil paste in there, you've also got your snow effect medium in there as well. Choose any 3 of 4, of course it is, any 3 of the 4 that you want to choose from there. Now I would personally, if it was me, I'd go decoupage gloss, I'd go for the stencil paste, and I'd also go for your snow effect medium as well. They would be my 3, but what my 3 are may be different to your 3 that you want. We are very, very busy at 6:20 on a Wednesday evening. It's cold outside, throw a blanket over your legs, snuggle down and snuggle in. Press record if you want to at this point, because we're about to get all down and dirty, and we're about to do
a grunge.
A little bit of grunge.
Hey. Well, I'm showing you my feather because I did it.
Pardon?
I did see these because I got a feather in my patch, so I thought, but just to show you that they go well in your journal, so I wanted to show you them because I've done it.
You've got a lovely feather.
Yeah, but you can use elements as like little bits in the back that I've begun to sort of collage out, but you can do that on all of them. So what I thought was, I've got my journal that you've seen me use before, and I do love this journal, and what I've done is I've got the black page out, just to give another idea. Adam and I were talking before, said, oh, that's a good idea. So I've got the Let It Shine, is it? Let light your shine. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. It's hard backwards. Well, it's not. It's just upside down.
Let your light shine. This little mark of mine.
Well,
I'm
what
gonna
I
let
thought,
it shine.
You see, the acrylic blocks that they've developed now all work the grunge sizes. So each size now fits you know, the relevant stamp. So that's a really good way of showing that they're bigger than you think. So this fits the whole of this. One. So what I've done is, I'm looking at it now, is that about right? Yep, like the word. And all I'm going to do...
I've got another update. The peony, magnolia, sorry. Your magnolia, we'll have a look at it now. Your magnolia, limited stock. Limited stock is what we are for your magnolia now. Get in there quick if I was you. Magnolia limited. Let's go back to Lou.
Seriously, you think about it. For 12 quid, I'd buy 1, and the other 2 I'd give away or do whatever. I might put a swap site up or something.
I'd keep them for that sort of price.
Exactly, but even if you bought one of them at 3 for 2 or 2 for 3, whatever it is, you're sort of paying. I've paid 12 quid for, I've paid more than 12 quid for 1 stamp, and it's not this big. So, you know, and they are good quality. So what I've done this, I've used the WOW clear embossing. I have got another bit that I could get another stamp off there. I like this WOW because it allows me a little bit longer. So I don't have to be really fast with my embossing. So I've just put it on that to create a background. You can clean it off if you want. I'm using a clear, I love left fill.
Oh,
I love left fill. So I've got clear embossing powder because I want to create like a watercolour effect. So, and I'm not the best, and we all know that, I'm not the best stamper, but if I can use these stamps and make them look okay, then anybody seriously can. So I don't mind because it doesn't have to be detailed, although it is super detailed. It doesn't have to be super fine or super well done because I'm going to use pencil colours and watercolours on it. So all I've done it in clear because I want a resist, I want an edge that the colours can sit in, or I can work up to. So if you're using pencil crayons, you can work to it or anything. So I'm going to get, hopefully, a gloss here, but they do WOW do a matte one, which is brilliant. So it doesn't have the high shine. It's really good.
Oh, okay.
Really good. So warm up. Don't start faffing with this. Just be careful with it. And then, just as it goes, move. And this is the paper from the journals that I'm always using. I do like them because I know when I work on it, well, what's going to happen. There's no scary surprises with it. Sometimes you start if you go straight in with a new paper that you don't know how it works.
True.
It's not a good idea. So if you're using papers for the first time, always do a little sample. I mean, I do sample swatches now and put them on a key ring. So now I know, like, that paper's going to react that way. So I'm just going to turn it over, just to straighten it a little bit. But it really doesn't worry me. If you're super worried about that, you can put it back, you can put it through your die cut.
Just before you go any further, we are ridiculously busy, so I'm just going to give you a quick stock update, okay? Now, let your light shine, the one Lou's currently using at the moment. Over a quarter of the stock now has already gone. Over a quarter of the stock of Let Your Light Shine. We're looking at, so this one here, Let Your Light Shine. This is Light of Mine, is a quarter of the stock. Your peony, over 70% of your peony now has already gone. 70% of peony. I do not know what happens when these have disappeared. I generally don't know if we can get any more. I generally don't know. Half the stock of Inspire and Create now has already gone. Half the stock of Inspire and Create. Love it. Love the titles. Magnolia, clinging on, limited stock for your Magnolia. Oh, I'm done. Half the stock already gone. Then you've got Lupine. A quarter of your Lupine now has already gone. Then you've got Butterflies. A quarter of the stock has already gone. And a quarter of your Fish has already gone. There is also Water Lilies. A third of your Water Lilies now has already gone. Magnolia, I'm hearing, is about to go. If you've got it in your basket, start checking your baskets out. I hate to poke and prod you. That's not what I'm here for, and I hate to disrupt the demonstrations, but we are busy. We are, and we knew we would be. The minute Lou heard the prices for these, well, that's ridiculous.
What?
Magnolia now technically sold out. If you've got it in your baskets, definitely start checking out your baskets. If I was you, your Magnolia now has sold out. Any bounce back, I will let you know. Let's go back to our Lou.
Squeeze your lemons. Well, I've got squeezed lemons. I've got it in an oxide because the oxide reacts well on black card. But just to show you, if you look carefully at some of these little stencils, they're little, that's a silly word, but they've got all sorts of elements that once you sort of relate it to the topic you're using, you start seeing things. So I've got Let It Shine, or Let Your Light Shine, and it's got the light bulbs and that. But these, you could sort of pick a couple out like moths. So they look like moths coming off the light bulbs. So just a little bit, or if you wanted to put that round the bulb, it could be have like a halo, or these go well on the bubbles. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. So test your colours. Now, I've got my little finger doobers, and I love these, but hopefully, watch this space.
Oh.
Right, okay, that's it. So, see how the oxide, it gives you this wonderful sort of opaque colour. So what I'm going to do, very gently, is I don't want too much on. I'm just going to lift out the image so that you can see it. Now, I don't want too much because I want to go in with some other stuff. So you just tap it on, take it off. You can use your brushes, and I'll show you how you can use them as well. All we're doing is just bringing up some of the images. Now, you can have any colour. This could be on white or craft card or anything you want. But if you do concentrate the colour, say, on an area that's metallic, it makes sense. It comes to life a little bit. So just look for where you need it. So I'm going to go straight on the light because the light automatically makes you think light bulb. So do you remember that years ago there was a programme on telly where the light bulb used to swing around, and it was like I can't remember, it was like was he a copper or something, I don't know, but yeah, and it reminded me of that when I saw it. It was like years and years ago.
If you know the programme that Alu's talking about, email me in studio@thecastle.com. We are live. There was a light swinging about.
Yeah, it used to light swing around. So I've put some colour on. I'm going to take it off because I don't want it. You're all too young. It was.
I don't remember. I like old
swinging
programmes.
like I can't remember. That was more like the.
I've just got back into Jonathan Creek again.
Right, so I'm going to take off a lot of the colour. I want to bring the shine back. What I don't want it to do is to melt in. Now it looks a bit insipid. So what I found is if you give it a light blast,
okay,
it brings up a lot of the gloss again. So are we running out of more?
No. We're going to look at the dyes in a minute as well, because they're very,
There
very busy.
Can you see how
Look at
it
that.
was matte, but now it's brought it back?
Yeah.
So sometimes I've used different products and it's taken the gloss away and it's like, oh, I didn't want to do that. But if you just heat it enough, or you put enough embossing powder on, you could just do it again. So let me show it you. Now I've used those, but you've got our ink pads that we've got. So now can you see how all the shines come back, all of it? So I've not, you know, lost any of that. So what we're going to do now, you can get pencils, you can get watercolours, anything. I'm going to make it super simple. I'm going to use a white pencil, and I'm going to use a light yellow and a cream. Now, you know I love my Faber-Castell. I've got some amazing shows coming up. I treated myself, you know, for Christmas.
Did you get some?
Big, massive box. It's like gorgeous. So anyway, oh, it was just like, I was stroking it. I looked really weird. So I'm just going to use my pencil. Now, I can see on there how just putting the white on there like that in the middle, because I've got this reservoir or this border.
Lulu, Pat's emailed in.
Yeah, what is it?
She said it was called Callan.
That's it. That's it.
Thanks, Pat, my love.
Thank you, Pat.
She said she's loving the show.
Oh, thank you.
She didn't say that. I've added that bit, but you know.
Well,
I'm guessing she is because she's watching. Thanks, Pat.
So I've put the white on first, and I'm just going to add a little bit. Now, this is where, I'll show you on back. This is where the pressure's really important. Now, if you've seen some of the things, and I'm doing, if anybody's on their own Christmas Day, don't be on your own, 6 o'clock, I'm doing a live. Always live, free, live. I'm going to look at colouring.
Oh, nice. On Christmas Day at 6 p.m?
6 p.m. So come and join me on Facebook. Don't be on your own.
Oh, it's like an alternative Queen's speech, isn't it, that you're going to be doing?
I've done it every year now since lockdown, and it's just like, it's an awful time of year if you're on your own. So I want people to think you're not on your own. You can be as, you know, mad as a box of frogs like me. So
well, that'd be nice.
You can watch it later. You know, sometimes you're like, what? Just, you're not on your own. So I just want it to fade out like that. Now, it's a really simple way of doing it, but it's practice. So I'm just going to turn it back round. So I'm going to go so it's light to the dark. So really simple. I've put my white on there, and I've just gone over now with a creamy colour and blending it out. Just blending it out. And all I want to do is allow enough colour to go on this to really brighten it, but I want a warm glow. So I'm going right to the edge with this, only in the light bulb at the moment. I've had lots of people saying how much they've enjoyed it. Oh, I did you know, the clock one for 2 minutes. I did one the other day, and it was a speeded up drawing. It was brilliant. Took for 2 minutes, you know, the 2 or 3 minute thing. I did
you did the TikTok?
Yeah. I called
Are you
it a
on the
different
TikTok?
name, yeah, I called it a different name, but I can't say it on here because I'll get done. So I called mine a different name. It was a spelling mistake. Can you imagine? And
you did a clock.
oh yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
anyway, but I did a drawing, an apple, and it was like a bit of paper, and then suddenly as I'm dropping like that, and then boom, this apple appears, and it was such good fun. But it was the idea of showing people how easy it is with a bit of practice. Honestly, it's really easy. All I'm doing now is, as I'm going from the middle outwards, I'm adding more and more darker colour because it sort of glows that way. And you get it's sort of incandescent light, and it's a lovely little, especially with glossy accents on it.
I love that word.
And it's really super, super easy to do. And then all you do is, the lines are on the stamp. I'm going to go with the white one actually. And you hold the pencil further away because you don't want to put pressure on the top because, as I've said, that's writing, that's drawing, and that's shading, okay? So I'm using it in the shading way, and I'm just going to produce a little bit of colour out this way and then blend it in with my finger. Because I've got the oxide on,
Oh, it just rubs away, doesn't it? Like you're not going to go over the embossing bit.
And then just at the edge, I'm just going to give it a little bit more of a, and even if you get, I mean, I don't know, there's a lot of people like myself who I've substituted, you know, cooking oil. So I use coconut oil, and it's an amazing blender for this. So I've just done that. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to change it slightly so that
in crafting you've changed your oils, or are we talking about in life?
I used to use Vaseline and petroleum jelly and all those and hair gels, but now I've got coconut oil. It's brilliant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I cook with coconut oil, fry with it.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's miles better for you. Anyway, but that's up to you. So you don't have to, obviously, but I've got that there. I quite like the idea. You could build it up and build it up. By that, I mean, really, you know, if you want your light to really pop out, just go in with your coloured crayons. You could use a white pen and just blend it. Just play and have a little bit of fun, because these are all the details ready for you to do. All of it, all you've got to do is add your inspiration and a bit of imagination. Going back to my finger dover, I'm just going to now concentrate solely on the halo, or the incandescent light, as you like saying.
Oh, the incandescent light.
Right, so, and now just, so you've got like a halo like that, and then this one would have a different halo. Try to put a bit of blue in, but if you put too much on, you don't want to sort of make it look strange. But here I want to brighten it up a little bit, so I've got the duck egg, or is it duck egg? Speckled egg. And I'm just going to go with a speckled egg, only because I want to tame down the colour a little bit. I want the colours, the colours mainly to stay in here. And I've not really finished those lights. I'm not very happy with them, but so it's almost like you're in a dark room, and the light, this looks, well, I know it looks really bad now, but the light is sort of not anywhere, it's dying out, but it's there. So this is where you get your...
It's like a foggy night in London.
Yeah,
Town.
exactly. It's sort of a misty sort of idea. It'd be great for Halloween and stuff. So I've got it like that. Again, heat it up again to keep it going. But I would just now get, maybe you look at elements here. I liked this. I was just saying before that these reminded me of flies or moths. I know it sounds a bit weird, but...
No, but I can see, now you've mentioned it, I can see them in there.
And I just thought of that, and I just thought what I could get is the lemon or the white again, or maybe even just a...
Does it look like little birds?
Yeah, you know, around the light bulb.
Like sitting on a little fence.
There we go. So, yeah, it could be anything like that. And I think this is a really... It is quite a... You get it now, don't you? And a few up here. But these aren't. These are supposed to be like lines and everything, like tyre marks. But you when you see different things in them, you start to think, oh yeah, I get that. What I am going to do is just use...
I can see flies more than tyre marks.
Yeah, well, you can now, can't you? Oh, that's what I needed to do.
What did you need to do?
So at the top here, I've got some metallics. I want to just bring in a bit of this to make it look like metal. So I'm putting yellow down, and I'm just scruffily, that's not a word, is it? Scruffily, whatever. So I'm putting a little bit because I want it to look verdigris coppered. So I'm just going to go in with my turquoises and my greens, and I'm trying to make it, but you've got all your stuff at home, like you know, the rust elements and stuff like that, and you can really start to make this look like rusty copper. Right,
Lulu, I'm going to let you finish colouring that in.
Yes, please.
I'll be back in a minute with you.
Course.
I just do want to show you some of the dyes that I've also got on the show as well. These dyes are absolutely beautiful. You get so much for your money on there, because look at everything that you can achieve when you get this home. You've got these beautiful borders. You've got the beautiful flowers that's on the inside. There are the little flies, once again, that we saw in that little stencil. And they are little, well, they're not actually anything. They're actually little, tiny little triangles, is what they are, look. But then you've got branches in here. You've got your tag. So you've got your main die, which is your tag die, which is this one just here. Then you've got your mats and layers as well to go over the top. Absolutely beautiful. £14.99 is your flower dies that you like. But I like this next one. It doesn't look much when you look at it like this. It's when I spin it round, you'll be able to see what you need to see. So this makes like the old school brown little envelopes that you used to have your dinner money in. So you are having the little brown envelopes. Yeah. I had my little dinner money in a little brown envelope that Mum used to lick on a Monday. They say it's like evacuation times. I'm not that old. I'm just saying, my little dinner money, my little milk money used to be in.
Milk and biscuits.
I used to have milk money.
Milk and biscuits we had at school.
We used to have milk in the afternoon, and it was always warm.
Oh yeah, always.
And if you were the milk monitor, oh, you had the good job carrying all the milk in.
You got the one that somebody hadn't opened, like the birds.
Yeah,
we got them in little bottles, didn't we? We used to get them in little glass bottles.
I remember the milkman at the milk bottles, and you used to cover your top. We had a milk monitor, and we had an overhead projector monitor sitting at the front of the school hall. You were the biz if you were the OHP monitor. Yes, but I was a milk monitor in infant school. Anyway, I digress. So we're talking about this, not about my milk monitors days, but you're going to get enough to make all these. I like this. Because this works with the stamps as well that you've got. It works with your love airmail that you're getting in there. Lovely bit of amount for £19.99 is what you're looking at on that one. From there, acrylic blocks. I think this is the first time I bought you acrylic blocks from Studio Light. These are your Studio Light Essential. It's the first time I've bought them. Studio Light Essential acrylic blocks that you're looking at. 220 by 90 mil, and you're getting 150. Fits the stamps that I've shown you perfectly before. So all the large ones would fit on here. Those medium ones will show on here. Thank you, Kirst. So they fit on there beautifully. This one fits on here beautifully. First time a show's been actually thought about. £12. It's took a whole year. Something that works with the one-day special. 918433 is your item number. Now, obviously, I would definitely throw them because you know they're going to work, and they're big and sturdy is what you're looking at on this one. They're big old blocks. They're chunky blocks. Look at them. You can line up all your stamps on there. You can line up, if I put that there, look, there you go. Oh, you've got your grid. And they're ergonomic because you've got the bumpy line down the side. So you've got, just so you prove, so you get wherever you hold them, your fingers just slot into place. Oh, very satisfying. £12.99 there for your larger ones. Now, if you want to go slightly smaller, I can do that as well. This time you're going slightly smaller. I like this little one. This one's a little cute one. You can do a lot with these, a lot with the blocks that you're getting here. 120 by 120 is what you're looking at with a grid of 10 by 10 mil that's on there. So each one of them little squares is 10 by 10 mil is what you're looking at. 154423 is your item number. You can never have enough acrylic blocks, I feel. £9.99 for them. Moving on, something else that I've got to show you. Grunge circles. Now sold out. Well done if you got your grunge circles. They have now gone. So who knows what's going to be left by this time tomorrow when I come back in at 4 o'clock. We've had lots of sellouts during this hour. Let's go back to Lou to see what she's up to. Where are you up to, Lou? Right,
I've nearly finished. I'm just going to put a little bit of the light around here just to give it a bit, and hopefully you can see I've added some of the other stamps. So there's some writing on one of these, and all I've done is just take the small block and I've isolated where the writing is and just stamped it. So if you think I've just held it down and gone like that, the butterfly stamp I've put in the edges here, and it's just to give it that. That's and then nice. We've made it look, you know, a little bit of shine on it as well. And all I'm doing is just adding a tiny bit of highlight with my bleed proof ink, which I've told you, you know, I use all the time, so the proof's put in now. But it's just to give it a really nice New Year feel, like for your journal, for anything, or a card for a man, it'd be perfect for that. It's just, I really like that. So I thought, you know, if you wanted to carry on, we could do the next one, which is the looping, or I could do another stamp, which is a goldfish, but I want to do the, oh, stop
You
it.
do whatever you want to do.
I really like
she's
these mushrooms, right? I really love my mushrooms.
What
And
mushrooms?
oh, they're not on
in the
this show, are they?
No.
See what I mean? I got all these things and I was so excited.
You got Pokeponkers.
Here we go. Got it.
It
Right.
colours of the wind.
This stamp here is the looping, right? I love it. So I did it on a piece of card just to see what it looked like. But if I bring this in and bring this in, you'll start to see what I mean about the matching. So we've got that element there.
Oh yeah, the matchy. Oh.
So that matches that. And then you've got some of the little lines there.
I like this one because this reminds me of semaphore flags. You're right there, Lolo. I was just peering through the glass.
I know you was. I know you was.
I can't see otherwise.
It was like on my shoulder. Right, so you can use any of these on here if you want, but I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to add a little bit. Now, I'm trying my best to be like our lovely Karen, and Karen can do lots of white space and I can't, so it's like, oh, I want to be like
Don't use
Karen.
them circles, Lou. They've sold out.
Right, I'll use these then. So
Then you can use that whole one, but then my circles you got in front of you, I feel like you're going to reach for them.
Yeah, I will
Them ones
do.
have gone.
Okay, so here, stamped it, but I just want to introduce that over here. Now, you can do it going down like that and just add to it. But what I wouldn't suggest you do is using the half on there. You want it to sort of blend.
Oh, I've just noticed the bottom of this stencil as well. It looks like torn paper.
Yep, absolutely. It's really nice, really well done. So I'm just going to use I really want very, very simple colours because I think the looping has to be the star of the show. So again, I'm going to get this. I love this.
I love a looping.
I do the beautiful flowers, aren't they? And I've got the
Flower looks
salvage patina, and I've got it in both the distress and the oxides. I'm getting into this. I'm getting really into this, but I am a bit heavy-handed with these, so I've got to sort of be a bit careful. So all I'm going to do is just suggest. I don't want to do them all. I don't want to colour them all. I just want to suggest a little bit of colour, and I keep sort of, you know, taking the colour off.
We've got less than
putting it
10
on.
minutes left.
No way.
I know, where's that hour gone?
Well, I tell you what, the bargains, and I shouldn't really say bargains, but they are. I can't believe, I thought it was going to be 12 quid for two, not for blooming free. I was like, what? So what you can do is just lower this down slightly, and you can make it as long as you want, look. So you might only think, well, I've only got that little bit. It doesn't matter because you just put it back on. Oh, it was funny. I was shopping the other day, right, and I looked to right. Oh, honestly, it looked like I'd just been let out. And I was trying to hide behind my face shield. And a lady in the shop, she went, are you Lou Withers? And I went, thought, who do I owe money to here? You know, who's this? And she says, I watch you on telly. And I was like, oh, thank you. And then the queue's getting bigger, and you could see the people going, what she do on telly here? Look at her, she's right rough her, isn't she? She looks terrible. So I'm there, and she's going, some of the things you do are brilliant. You're so clever, and the way you can get those effects. And they're like, what's she talking about?
Well, I suppose, so when you start talking effects and techniques,
she
who knows,
said,
might be one of them late night channels.
Well, and I was like, right, and I was trying my best to get out of there. Lovely Marie, her name was, and she's like, I said, I tell you what, give me your name, and now I know you live round here, I can, we can catch up, or I can, maybe meet up, whatever. And she said, right, and the queue was right round the shop, and I'm getting really embarrassed now, because she is lovely, but I'm like, oh, please let me go out of here. So I dropped my purse, I dropped my keys, everybody's tutting, and in the end, he went, I don't care. And I was like, just let me out. Anyway, but hello to Marie. It was so funny.
Marie, if you watch, where did she work?
Co-op in
Oh,
Marple.
Marie, the stores are available, but
Yeah.
Tesco's,
Asda.
Sainsbury's, Wagamamas. They're all available. Marie, my love, welcome. Welcome to the family. You're one of ours now. You could be here where Louis is in a couple of years' time.
It just made me laugh, though. And I'm like, let me get out of here. I looked, oh, honestly.
Look at you being recognised in the streets.
I know. So it was like giving me an autograph. It was really weird.
I have my autograph out and people still go, who are you?
Well...
Where do you work?
They're missing out then, aren't they?
Well, you will be on Strictly next year. I'd vote. I'd watch.
Oh, my... Nellie the elephant. Me? Nellie the elephant. Do you know what? I used to do ballet when I was a kid, right? You know what the ballet teacher said to me? Aren't you light on your feet for a fat kid? That's not nice, is it? Can you imagine now doing that? You light on your feet for a fat kid. That's terrible. That'd break your heart, that. Yeah, they could say it then. You can't now. You said that now, you'd get, why? Well. Undrawn and quartered.
You're light on your feet for a fat kid.
I know, how terrible is that? And that was supposed to be nice. Anyway, I was light on my feet. I remember the tutu having to be like tutued. Because it was a bit tight, but my mum tried. She tried. Anyway, what I'm doing here is just so you can see is I'm just creating elements of the background to show you that the stencils actually work with the stamps. And then if you're using the same colour in them, you automatically you're making it so coordinate. And all I'm doing is just with a distress colour, adding a little bit there and then blending it out. As again, I wouldn't just necessarily use just one colour on it, but I would sort of stick to a lighter and a darker version. But I really like just being quite simple with some of them and not trying too hard, which is something that I do a lot. So again, just take the colours that your favourite colours and then use them. And I think once you're using your favourite colours, you're on a winner because you like it anyway. It's when you start using colours that you're not used to when you're first stamping and you're like, oh, I don't like that. So at least this way you can. If you want to use pencils on top, which I'll show you, or no, I'll show you with these actually. These are the watercolours. Just so everybody, if you've got oxides, you can use them. Pencils, you can use them. Watercolours, you can use them. Watercolour markers. They're you can use them all. All you have to do is just take the pick, take the plunge, and just get your colours. I'm mixing a colour to try and get it. You might not want to do that. Just use the colours that you've got. And then mix it a little bit with this just to get that. And then I've got more of a control. Let me do a big ones down here. So I've got more of a control now. So more of a painterly feel. So all you do is just do the blobs at the end. And then,
it's not necessarily all about the colour as well. It's also about the brush that you use.
Oh, absolutely. I'm using a number 2, is it? Number 4. And all I'm doing is concentrating the colour and allowing the water from the edge of my brush that I've cleaned it with to take the colour forward. And then don't forget, you can go back into it. People automatically think that you can only use one thing at once. No, don't, because you can use pencils on top of watercolours, you can use watercolours on top of pencils, you can use acrylics and then use your pencils on top. I'm just putting this in here, and the reason I'm putting this in is just because it gives it a flow then. If I don't put that in, it just looks like a load of blue blobs. But now, by adding...
Now you can see what it is,
yeah,
though.
Exactly.
It comes to life.
So just by using, and the green I used was the blue that I used to make that colour. So I know it's going to go with this colour because I've actually mixed with it. So that again, this card isn't made for stamping, made for watercolouring, but if you use it quite quickly, you can get some great effects. So again, I brought the green in, started to look a bit nice. I'm going to bring the blue back in now. And then, you know, this would be in my journal, or I chop it down to make it straight, do a little bit more up there, maybe add a little bit of that there, and I've got a really lovely panel for the front of my card. So, you know, really simple watercolour effects. I mean, I'd sit there for hours doing this because I think it's so therapeutic for me. Let me show you with a pencil what I'd do.
I do feel watching you through the screen is like watching you in prison. I do feel like I've gone to visit Lou with us.
I nearly, we were talking about moving up the counter together and holding the screen as we're doing it like that.
We're not next to each other. I have a screen between me. I'm told we've got to be pulled apart again, Lou. Been pulled apart.
Talk about the screen, actually. So here I've got the pencil work kit. I'm trying to get pencils in. You know why? I bought myself a Christmas present I'm over the moon with. I'm just infatuated with my pencils now. But again, the colours, just use the colours that you like. Pencil crayons over the top, and you get a really, not only is it therapeutic, but you get a really beautiful finish with it. And you can start to see why these stamps are so popular, because you don't really have to do anything to this. The only thing you need to do is just add colour if you want, or whatever colours you want, because the work's done for you. You can literally do any medium you want on here and spend hours doing it. Or you could just do, you know, decoupage looks good on this as well.
But this is the thing, and they're so versatile. There's so many things you can do. Whether you just stamp them in black and colour them in a journal, something you want to do as a pastime. Maybe you just want to stamp them and use them at the front of cards. Yeah. Every one is going to look different. I've only got 1 minute and 15 seconds left. I generally don't know where the last 57 minutes has already gone.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It's flew by, and I know we always say that a lot, but it really has flown by. Because it is versatile. For £12.98, you are going to get 3 large stamps. We've already had a sellout of 1, and some of sellouts along the counters as well. Lou will be back at 8 o'clock this evening, 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock, and then with myself again at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Richard will be taking you through the 8 o'clock show. Thank you, Lulu.
Thank you so much.
What will you show me at 8?
I'll do some pockets.
Some dies.
Die cutting if you fancy that.
So if you've got your hands on the dies already, you're one step ahead of the curve. Maybe you want to start popping them into your basket now, so you think, actually, I think this will work. I think we can go far with this. Who knows what will be here later on today? Remember, this show, not this one, the 8 o'clock show is repeated all throughout the evening to America as well and throughout Europe. So get in while you can. Strike while the iron's hot. The early bird gets the worm and all that joust, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Makes no sense, but I quite like saying it. Don't you go anywhere. I will see you in the next hour. Thank you, Lulu. I'll see you tomorrow.